Hi friends, in this video lecture I will discuss the gradient, divergence and curl in different coordinate system, and we have already seen the gradient, divergence and curl in Cartesian coordinate system. So we will focus to spherical and cylindrical coordinate system. So we will see the general expression for gradient, divergence and curl, from where we can find out the gradient, divergence and curl in all the three kind of coordinate system. So this is an important table for all the three kind of coordinate system, because we know the displacement vector or line element in all the three kind of coordinate system. In Cartesian coordinate system, dx I cap plus dy j cap plus dz k cap, and in Cartesian coordinate system the unit vectors are x cap, y cap, z cap, or u1, u2, u3 can be taken as x, y, z, and h1, h2, h3 are the coefficient of dx, coefficient of dy and coefficient of dz, that is 1, 1, 1. In case of spherical coordinate system, we have the unit vector as dr r cap plus r d theta, theta cap plus r sin theta d phi, phi cap. So h1 will be 1, h2 will be r, and h3 will be r sin theta. Similarly, in cylindrical coordinate system, dl vector is ds s cap plus s d phi, phi cap plus dz z cap. So this is 1, h1 is 1, h2 is equal to s, and h3 equal to 1. So this from this table we can use the general formula for gradient and also for divergence and curl. So the general formula of gradient means you have to operate a scalar function with operator del, and del phi equal to 1 upon h1, because it is a general formula. We can use the symbols h1, h2, h3, u1, u2, u3. So 1 upon h1 delta by delta u1 of u1 cap in u1 cap direction, 1 upon h2 delta by delta u2 in u2 cap direction, plus 1 upon h3 delta by delta u3 cap of this whole function phi, which is a function of u1, u2, u3. So in Cartesian it will be function of x, y, z, in spherical r theta phi, and cylindrical s phi z. So phi may be any kind of function, then we have to apply del according to that coordinate system. For Cartesian coordinate system, because the h1, h2, h3 are 1, so it is simply delta by delta x of I cap plus delta by delta y of phi, y cap, delta phi by delta z of k cap direction. In spherical case, it is 1 upon h1. 1 upon h1 means 1 upon 1 delta by delta r of r in r cap direction, plus 1 upon h2. 1 upon h2 means 1 upon r delta by delta theta in theta cap direction, and 1 upon r sin theta delta phi by delta phi with in phi cap direction. Similarly, cylindrical case, we can take 1 upon h1, that is 1 delta by delta s in s cap direction, 1 upon s delta by delta phi in phi cap direction, plus z cap delta by delta z, because h3 is also 1. So using this general formula, we can find out the gradient in all the three kind of coordinate system. The divergence of a vector is always a scalar, because it is the dot product of that vector with del operator. So if we have a vector which have component a1, a2, a3 along the u1, u2, u3 directions, so then del dot a, that means divergence of a, equal to 1 upon h1, h2, h3 delta by delta u1 of a1, h2, h3 plus delta by delta u2 of a2, h3, h1 plus delta by delta u3 of a3, h1, h2. So these are the components. h1, h2, h3 are the coefficients which were used in that table. So h1, h2, h3 and x, y, z, these are for Cartesian coordinate system. So del dot a in Cartesian is very simple. You have to just differentiate partially delta by delta x of a1 plus delta by delta y of a2 plus delta by delta z of a3. But for spherical case, h1, h2, h3 and cylindrical case, these are values are different, so we will have a little bit different formula. So del dot a in spherical coordinate system will be 1 upon h1, h2, h3 means 1 upon h1 1 into r sin theta, 1 upon r square sin theta delta by delta r of a1 h2 h3 r into r sin theta, that is r square sin theta, plus delta by delta theta a2 h3 h1 r sin theta into 1, plus delta by delta phi a3 into h1 h2, that is 1 into r. Similarly, in cylindrical case, h1 equal to 1, h2 equal to s, s3 equal to 1. So we have 1 upon h1 h2 s3 means 1 upon s delta by delta s of a1s plus delta by delta phi of a2 plus delta by delta z of a3s. So this is how we can find out the divergence of a vector function in different coordinate system, and this is the general formula which we can remember, and the coefficients. Now the curl of a vector is always the cross product of that vector with del, and it is the general formula is again 1 upon h1 h2 s3, and determinant h1 u1 cap, h2 u2 cap, s3 u3 cap, the components of del, delta by delta u1, delta by delta u2, delta by delta u3, and h1 a1, h2 a2, s3 a3, where a1 a2 a3 are the components of the given vector. So if we have this table h1 h2 s3 in different coordinate system, in Cartesian system it is simple, x cap, y cap, z cap, or I cap, j cap, k cap, delta by delta x, delta by delta y, delta by delta z, and the components of the vector a1 a2 a3, it is in x y z coordinates. If the vector is in r cap, theta cap, phi cap, then we will use the spherical symmetric formula, and in that case 1 upon h1 h2 s3, 1 upon 1 into r sin theta, 1 upon r square sin theta, 1 into r cap, h2 u2 r into theta cap, h3 means r sin theta into phi cap, and delta by delta, delta by delta theta, delta by delta phi, a1 this r a2 because h2 a2, and h3 a3 means r sin theta a3. Similarly for cylindrical coordinate system, del cross a will be 1 upon h1 h2 s3. For cylindrical it is 1 into s into 1, 1 upon s, s cap, s phi cap, z cap, delta by delta s, delta by delta phi, delta by delta z, a1 s a2 s, and with this h3 is 1, so that's why 1 into a3. So this is how we can find out the curl in different coordinate system, either it is Cartesian, spherical, or cylindrical, depending on these h1 h2 s3 values. And this is these formula are summarized also in the cover page of the electrodynamics book by Griffiths. And in Cartesian case we have already seen the gradient, divergence, and curl. Spherical case also we have seen, and cylindrical case we have already seen using that table. So this is the summary. One operator, Laplacian operator, we have discussed once, that is del dot del. So if we know the del in different coordinate system, then we can also find out the Laplacian del square also. Now we will see some examples on gradient, divergence, and curl. So gradient means you have to operate the given function, scalar function phi, with del. So suppose we have a function phi, it is dependent on x, y, z, so it is in Cartesian coordinate system. Phi equal to 3x square y plus minus y square z square. Find the gradient phi at point 1 minus 2 minus 1. So del phi means we have to operate this function with del. So del is delta by delta x I cap plus delta by delta y I j cap plus delta by delta z k cap of this function phi. So you have to partially differentiate it, and finally we will get a vector 6xyi plus 3x square minus 3y square z square j cap plus minus 2y cube z k cap. And if you put the x, y, z values at this point, 1 minus 2, x equal to 1, y equal to minus 2, z equal to minus 1, then we can find out the gradient at that point. Suppose we have to show that the gradient of r to the power n equal to n r to the power n minus 2 r. So this bold letter is vector and this r is magnitude. So is del r to the power magnitude of r to the power n, and magnitude of r equal to under root x square, it is under root x square plus y square plus z square in Cartesian coordinate system. So del r to the power n, and we can write it power n by 2, and then we have to again operate it with del I delta by delta x of whole x square plus y square plus z square to the power n by 2, and three times we have to differentiate with respect to x, with respect partially with respect to x, y and z, and finally we will get this kind of expression n x square plus y square plus z square and y2 minus 1. And if we take this value common, then xi plus yj plus zk, that is the position vector r. So it will be n r square to the power n by 2 minus 1 into r vector, that is n r n to the power minus 2 into r vector. So this is how we can find out the gradient. We will have to just operate the given function with operator del. Now we can see the example of on divergence. So suppose we have this function, this vector function a, which is function of r cap, theta cap, phi cap. So we will have to use the spherical coordinate system to find out the divergence of this. So divergence of the vector a equal to 1 upon h1 h2 h3 and delta by delta u1 of a1 h2 h3 plus delta by delta u2 a2 h3 h1 plus delta by delta u3 a3 h1 h2. a1 is here, this, a2 this, and a3 components. h1 is 1 r sin theta, h1 h2 h3 in spherical system. So 1 upon h1 h2 h3 means r square sin theta, delta by delta r of a1 is r cos theta into h2 h3 r into r sin theta, that is r square sin theta. Similarly delta by delta theta of r sin theta into the component r sin theta, a2 component. Delta by delta phi, a3 component r sin theta cos phi into h1 h2 1 into r, that is r. And now we have to just partially differentiate. In this case r is, we are differentiating with respect to r, so only r term will be differentiated, other terms will be treated as constant in partial differentiation. So cos theta sin theta is outside of this differentiation. Only r cube will be, it is 3r square cos theta sin phi. Here r square will be out and sin square theta have 2 sin theta into sin theta, the differentiation is cos theta. Here it is cos phi will be differentiated, which is minus sin phi. And finally if we simplify it, so it will be 3 cos theta plus 2 cos theta minus sin phi, that is 5 cos theta minus sin phi. So divergence of this vector function which had r cap, theta cap, phi cap direction, it is a scalar quantity. It is a scalar quantity, it does not have any vector. So divergence of a vector function is always a scalar quantity. So this is the general formula for finding the divergence, and here it was in a spherical case, so that's why you have used this. Similarly another example is there for the cylindrical coordinate system, s cap, phi cap and z cap. Here again we have to find the divergence, that is del dot a vector 1 upon h1 h2 h3, and similarly we have to put h1 1 h2 s s3 1, and again we have to 1 upon h1 h2 s3 1 upon s delta by delta s of this function, because a1 is s into 2 plus sin square phi dot h2 s3 s into 1. So we have to partially differentiate with respect to s, with respect to phi, with respect to z, and finally we can find out after putting the differentiations we can find out again the value. For this is sin square phi plus cos square phi 1, so 4 plus 3 plus 1, that is 8. So it is again the scalar number. Now we find out the curl of a vector v. Here it is given as 2xz plus 3y square y cap plus 4yz square z cap. So again it is a Cartesian coordinate system, so we can use del cross v. Curl means del cross v vector, x cap, y cap, z cap, delta by delta x, delta by delta y, delta by delta z. The components, because there is no x cap direction component is here, so it will be taken as 0. Y cap, it is 2xz plus 3y square, that is a2. a3 is 4yz square, and if you expand it, x cap delta by delta y of this 4z square minus delta by delta z of this, so 0 minus this. So we will you will have to just expand it, and finally you will get 4z square minus 2x in x cap plus 2z z cap. Similarly another example is, suppose it is also a Cartesian function, so we can do it easily also, because it is function of I, j, k. So again del cross a will be determinant of I, j, k, component of del, that is delta by delta x, delta by delta y, delta by delta z, and the component of this vector. Suppose with I cap the component is a1 xz cube 2x square yz, it is a2 minus, because you have to take the sign also, here it is plus 2y z to the power 4. So finally we will get this vector, and whatever we get, if we put the values x, y, z at that point, then we will have this vector 3j plus 4k. So this is how we can find out the curl in Cartesian coordinate system. But in case of some another coordinate system, suppose we have a function f, vector f, it is in s cap and phi cap direction, so it is a cylindrical coordinate system. As phi z component is not 0, so we can take it plus 0, that is z component. So curl of f is defined as del cross f equal to 1 upon h1 h2 h3, and this is the general formula, h1 u1 h2 u2 cap h3 u3 cap, delta by delta u1 delta by delta u2 delta by delta u3, and the component f1 f2 f3 or fs f5 and fz. But here you will have h1 h2 h3 also. So using this h1 h2 h3, we can have the general expression in cylindrical coordinate 1 upon s cap, s phi cap, z cap, delta by delta s, delta by delta phi, delta by delta z. And here first component is with s, it is 2, with phi component 3 into s, because it is h2 into a2, and here it is 3s, and z component is nothing but it is 0. So if you expand this function 1 upon s, so first one s cap delta by delta phi of 0 minus delta by delta z of 3s, 0 minus 0 plus s phi a 0 minus 0 plus z cap, it will be delta by delta s of 3s minus delta by delta phi of 2, that is 0. So only one term is there, delta by delta s of 3s equal to 3. So 1 upon s 3 into z cap, so 3 by s z cap. So this is how we can find out the curl in the divergence gradient and curl in different coordinate systems, and that table is very important, where you have the h1 h2 h3 in different coordinate system. So thanks for watching this video. In next video I will discuss the fundamental theorem on gradients, divergence and curl, and if you have any queries, you can write in this comment box. And thanks for watching this video. So we will discuss the fundamental theorems in next video.